Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to News 3 Now live at 4. Of course, you just heard the CBS News special report. The Mueller report has been given to the Attorney General, and more on that, of course, coming up later on tonight.
And one more thing. It's Friday.
It is Friday. It's also the first game of the Badgers' road to the Final Four. Here's the latest score at half. Wisconsin and Oregon tied at 25 each. And the Badgers are playing their first game of the tournament against Oregon right now, as we mentioned. They're out in San Jose.
Yes, they are, but many Badger fans are rooting them right here in Madison. Keely Arthur joins us live with a look at the festivities downtown. Hi, Keely.
Hi there. Well, we've been here since noon, but things really started to get packed in here as we got closer to tip-off. Badger fans a little anxious right now, but very happy that we are finally back in the tournament. Obviously, business owners very happy as well. And we spoke to the manager here earlier. They said they've added more staff, more hours, and lots more food and beer. Obviously, a welcome change from the atmosphere last year when they weren't in the tournament.
There's definitely an absence. I mean, we still had people here. It's a cool, cool sporting event. People follow it, but without the Badgers in it, there's a little less energy that goes into it.
And this bar can pack about 400 people when it is at capacity. Obviously, this is far from the only bar that is packed here on Regent Street and across downtown Madison. The biggest seller here at Lucky's, I've been told, cheese curds and Miller Lite. I am counting down the hours until I can get my hands on some of that. I'll send it back to you. Go Badgers.
Go Badgers. All right, Keely Arthur reporting live from Lucky's downtown. Thank you.
State Republicans today asked an appeals court to order a stay of a ruling by a Dane County judge. Judge Richard Neese granted a request by liberal-leaning groups to block laws passed during a lame duck session on Thursday. Late today, Democratic Governor Tony Evers asked that state appeals court for a chance to argue against the Republicans' latest request. Staff at the Henry Vilas Zoo who were unsure if they would have a job next month are now being offered to keep their positions with a new employer.
But the contract between the Zoological Society and Dane County still ends at the end of the month. Amanda Quintana has more information on what the society is asking for now. Amanda?
Yes, well, the two groups met for almost 7 hours this week. The society is asking again for the county to come back to the negotiating table, trying to work out a way that the two can keep their longtime relationship intact. The new proposal would give the county operation of the grounds facilities, including the concessions and gift shop. The society wants to keep doing the fundraising and the marketing side. Today, county officials said they'd be offering jobs to people who work at concessions, the gift shop and the carousel, just employed by the county now, not the society, and led by the company that currently operates concessions at the Alliant Energy Center. The society has been partnering with the county to do fundraising and collect money for zoo operations. The county has said once their contract ends on March 31st, the county will partner with another fundraising organization. But today, the county is saying some society staff members could be rehired to make sure the zoo keeps its accreditation after board approval, of course, and they will also hire an independent consultant. Now we will see if the county accepts this recent proposal from the society. The county has said, though, on multiple occasions that it's time for the two groups to part ways.
All right, Amanda, thank you. A semi-driver is expected to be okay after a train collided with his rig in Oconomowoc. The driver was trying to make a right turn on Main Street when his flatbed truck got stuck on a median. The semi was split in half by the oncoming train, scattering debris everywhere, including into the windows of a nearby restaurant. The restaurant's manager described the scene as looking like a war zone.
New Zealand fell silent today in a national day of mourning for the victims of last week's mosque attacks. The sound of Friday prayers echoed through Christchurch exactly 1 week after gunfire filled the same streets. Tens of thousands of New Zealanders stood united alongside their Muslim neighbors. Many non-Muslim women wore headscarves in a show of solidarity, including the Prime Minister.
New Zealand mourns with you. We are one.
The prayers came a day after the Prime Minister banned all military-style assault weapons.
Stocks took a tumble today as global manufacturing data weakens the fear and weakens as fears grow about a worldwide recession. The Dow Industrial dropped 460 points, ending the week at 25,502. The NASDAQ Composite Index plunged 196, and the S&P 500 was off 54.
We'll be right back after this break.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4. Picture this, Red Robin's new $10 bundle. Get one of these 3 gourmet burgers, bottomless fries, and a bottomless beverage for $10. All day, every day. But hurry in, it'll be over in a flash.
Red Robin. Yum. Experience really does count. I'm Brian from McGann Furniture. When shopping for new furniture, a mattress set, or flooring, come to the experts. Our experienced staff is well trained in all phases of home decorating and will answer your questions so that you can buy with confidence. Best of all, we're low pressure, unlike the big box stores. You'll find big city selection, better prices, and an enjoyable shopping experience. Let us show you the difference that experience can make. At McGann Furniture in downtown Baraboo.
We're now the #1 volume Mitsubishi dealer in the nation. It's time for something big. This month, get a minimum of $4,060 for any trade at Madison Mitsubishi. We need something bigger. It needs to have max warranty. Our 30-year, 300,000-mile warranty on new and used vehicles. And don't forget about credit amnesty. If you bring home $350 a week, you could get $30 grand in credit. Hey, everybody, it's Matt.
He's born to represent max savings, max warranty, and max credit amount at Madison Mitsubishi.
Once Upon a Time is now open at the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium. Enjoy 7 fairy tale adventures from around the world, including Jack and the Beanstalk, Cinderella, The Elves and the Shoemaker, Beauty and the Beast, and more. This children's exhibit is sure to delight with imaginative play areas and hands-on activities. Once Upon a Time is included with general admission and free for members and children under 3. Visit rivermuseum.com to plan your next trip and experience all the National Mississippi River Museum and Aquarium has to offer.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night. Incredible, groundbreaking, a cultural phenomenon. A must-see, Shenyun. Coming to Overture Center for the Arts, May 7th and 8th. Tickets at shenyun.com/Madison or call 800-800-4410.
It's the spring sales event at Russ Darrow in Madison. Drive home a new Russ Darrow 2018 Jeep Wrangler sale price for only $29,999. Or buy from only $379 per month. $379 and you own it. Find your freedom during the Jeep Freedom Days. 5-year, 60,000-mile warranty and maintenance for a year. Get a $500 gift card with your purchase. 2018 Jeep Wrangler. Buy from only $379 per month. Get live market.
Good afternoon and happy Friday. Plenty of sunshine once again on this Friday, and the northerly breeze could not stop temperatures from reaching the upper 40s for highs today, so a little bit above normal for this time of year. And high temperatures will stay slightly above normal as we head into this weekend. Chance of showers on Sunday, though, and then those temperatures do dip into the lower 40s before the 60s come back to town by the time we get to Thursday and Friday. So as we zoom out, we can see pretty quiet conditions across much of the Midwest. Our next chance of showers still well off to the south and west and could provide us some clouds and some showery activity as we head into late Saturday and Sunday. And hopefully those clouds stay away because there's a chance this weekend, specifically Saturday night, for us in Wisconsin to see the northern lights. Again, the best chance will be Saturday night, and make sure you try and avoid light pollution. As always, typically with these events, the farther north you head, the better chance of seeing the northern lights that you have. On Future Track, we notice the clear skies staying with us into tonight. Not too many clouds to talk about, dipping into the mid-20s to start Saturday. Then for much of Saturday, the sunshine sticking around. Highs will be close to 50. It's just a question of the timing when these clouds decide to set up. But I do think that we will have a pretty decent chance, especially closer to central Wisconsin, of seeing those northern lights and also seeing some showers as we head into Sunday. Really looking at minor rain totals, about 1/10 of an inch at best. Now closer to southwestern Wisconsin, those numbers could be a little bit closer to 1/4 of an inch. So a quick look at the 10-day forecast. On Monday, temperatures in the low 40s with the sunshine back with us. Could have some showers and thunderstorms as we head into Thursday and Friday with temperatures in the lower 60s. And we'll be right back to Live at 4.
Well, if you're an opera fan, you're probably familiar with Mozart's Don Giovanni. Now imagine that same opera with women in the men's roles.
To top it off, they're all members of a mafia family. We end up with Fresco Opera Theater production of The Sopranos. Our Michael Bruno goes backstage to check it out.
Don Giovanni, il che taglio che questo, delle belle che mo il padro mio.
And tell me a little bit about the character that you play.
So my character is very interesting. It is usually a male character. It is usually Don Giovanni's right-hand man. And although opera audiences are accustomed to pants roles, the roles where a woman is trying to play a man as convincingly as possible, I'm actually all woman in this show. I fulfill kind of a male role, but as a woman, so it's kind of bent and fun that way. And sometimes Don Giovanni doesn't like that. He says, oh, she's weak, trying to be one of the guys and that kind of thing. And I'm not especially sad to see him go, shall we say.
Fresco is, we're in our 10th season. We just do opera a little bit different. We try to make it, you know, I wouldn't say more fun, but it's more accessible. It's more digestible. So this show, The Sopranos, Don Giovanni's Demise, is our take on Mozart's Don Giovanni. And Don Giovanni is just this creep. He's a womanizer. He uses women and spits them out, and he's not a good guy. So I decided to take this out of its original setting and put it into a mafioso movie type of feel. So we have an all-female mafia family that he has pretty much gone through all of them at some point and wronged them.
I am the donna, the boss of the second most powerful family in town. And I have my girls that back me up, and we have basically all been wronged by Don Giovanni at some point in our lives. And even though I still have a little love for him, I still feel like he needs to be taken out.
Non lo lasciar più dir, e lo probabilmente torfalace.
And tell me a little bit about the aria that you'll be singing.
I'll be singing A Fuggi il Traditor. The aria is, I have just found Don Giovanni necking with my consigliere, which I am not pleased about. So I first have a little disagreement with her, and I tell her she's got to get out of here, and then I save most of my wrath for him. I get in his face a little bit and tell him he needs to get out of here.
They kind of want to take him out, but he hasn't done anything too bad yet. But in the beginning of the show, he takes out one of the familia. And so the rest of the show is us trying to take him out. We try to take opera and bring it into spaces that may not always be there. This one, obviously, we've done opera in here before and others have, but we have our garage opera series, which we take opera right into garages. We are at Picnic Point every fall, and we build a fire and sing opera. So we just try to have different spaces, different takes on the operas, and for this one, obviously, we wanted to have a pop culture reference, right? So we're thinking, what better way to show a bunch of angry women but to make them mobsters?
And Michael Bruno's here now, in costume.
Hey, forget about it.
This looks like a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And they also have an option where you can actually enjoy a little pastiche dinner, a little appetizer and some vino, and then you get a cannoli for dessert.
Right on stage?
Right on stage. And they have some extra tables, a little extra, like the extra lira. You can sit right in the front tables, and you got to leave the gun, but you got to take the cannoli.
The Sopranos at the Overture Center Friday and Saturday, 8 o'clock. Michael, thank you. We'll see you next time.
Absolutely.
We'll be right back.
Spring is now officially here, and you know what that means. Spring zoo babies.
Lola and Louie have the latest arrivals in this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
It's News Hounds Now Update with Lola and Louie.
This week on the News Hounds Now Update, one happy pup.
It's red pandas times 3.
And $1 million pigeon?
But first, the Berlin Zoo finally showed off its new polar bear cub to the world. The little one, who is yet to be named, was born on December 1st, and the zoo says she's developing well. She was allowed to venture out of her indoor cage for the first time and enjoyed romping around with Mom and taking a dip in the enclosure's chili pond. The 3-month-old's playfulness could make her the German capital's next animal celebrity. A star is born.
We have more zoo babies, this time from the zoo in Sydney. They've introduced its 3 red panda cubs to the public. Born in December to second-time mother Amala, the 2 males and 1 female cub have only this week emerged from their nest box. Found across the Himalayas, including China and Nepal, the red panda is increasingly rare in the wild, with less than 10,000 remaining. These 3 little ones are part of a worldwide breeding program to ensure a genetically diverse population. Welcome, you 3.